the Opubco studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching Thunder Cover with Darnell Mayberry. I'm Mike Sherman. Darnell, we're talking about just the thing that might be able to snap the Thunder out of a little bit of a slump post-All-Star break. A Sunday showdown with the Miami Heat. Darnell, do you think that'll do the trick?
It could. If nothing else does it, nothing else has worked so far. So if nothing else can, I think this one should be able to do the trick. Miami is the most glamour team in the league right now. I think the Thunder really gets up for big games, and they've shown that they really bring it against teams like the Miami Heat, like the LA Lakers, like the Boston Celtics. So if we haven't seen the Thunder snap out of whatever's ailing them right now, I think that game on Sunday will be the one that sort of gets them out of this slump.
Darnell, the Thunder still has the best record in the Western Conference. The Chicago Bulls have the best record in the Eastern Conference, but there is a feeling, sort of a faded feeling, that this is a preview of the NBA Finals. Give me 2 reasons why it is and 2 reasons why it isn't.
Well, I've written down 2 reasons why it is and why it isn't. One, they're the 2 most talented teams. Miami Heat, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade. They've got depth on that team now with James Jones, Shane Battier, Udonis Haslem. They've got some nice pieces on that team. So the 2 most talented teams in both conferences, I think they're going to come out of the East and the West. Another reason is the East is just terrible. The Eastern Conference stinks. There's only one other team in the East, and that's Chicago. I think we saw last year that Miami is really capable of beating Chicago in a 7-game series. So I think the fact that they have that sort of one-up on the Bulls, that they're going to be able to knock them out again if they meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think this is going to be a matchup of the NBA Finals.
Okay, Darnell. I ask you, of course, what are the 2 reasons why it won't be?
2 reasons why they won't be. I think the Thunder's youth and inexperience is still a key factor for this team. There are going to be some teams coming out of the West that the Thunder has to deal with. Dallas, the Lakers, the Spurs. They're going to have to get by one of those teams to get to the finals, maybe 2 of those teams. We're going to have to see if the Thunder can close out games down the stretch like they couldn't in the Western Conference Finals last year. Another reason, LeBron's playoff history. We all seen how LeBron James has a tendency of disappearing in the playoffs. He's had some good series, but he had some bad ones as well. So if he can continue to carry that team like he has in the regular season, I think that the Heat will be there. But you just never know with LeBron James.
Sunday night, 7 o'clock at the Chesapeake Energy Arena, and obviously the big spotlight is going to be on the 2 stars, Kevin Durant and LeBron James, who also has Dwayne Wade. But Darnell, beyond KD and LeBron, what's the most intriguing mano-a-mano matchup from that game Sunday night?
Without a doubt, I think Thabo Sefolosha versus Dwayne Wade. It's sort of the Robin on that Miami Heat team and Dwayne Wade versus one of the best perimeter defenders in the league in Thabo Sefolosha. If Thabo Sefolosha can slow down Dwayne Wade, I think the Miami Heat really have to rely on LeBron James and maybe Chris Bosh to carry the load. So that's going to be a really compelling matchup. I think you could see Thabo even slide over and guard LeBron James at times. So I would keep an eye on Thabo Sefolosha throughout the game on Sunday.
Finally, Darnell, you were there in Miami last year, about this time almost, when these 2 teams met for the last time. A big game, an important game, especially for the Thunder. What happened and what's changed?
Well, what happened is it was one of Kendrick Perkins' first games with the Thunder, and I think that interior defense by the Thunder really shut down the Miami Heat. They weren't letting them get those runouts and transition buckets and really getting those easy paint points like Miami likes to get. So Kendrick Perkins and Serge Ibaka really helped dominate that game from a defensive standpoint. I think that's going to be another key come Sunday. And what's changed is really the personnel a little bit. Derek Fisher has joined the Thunder. Shane Battier joined the Miami Heat. And also Miami has gotten healthy. They've gotten Mike Miller back and Udonis Haslem back from injury. And now they're closing out games a lot better than they used to do a year ago. So the fact that they're dialed in now and closing out games, I think that's helping the Miami Heat run away with the Eastern Conference so far.
Thanks, Darnell. That's all for this edition of Thunder Cover with Darnell Mayberry. Thunder Cover is driven by Byford Buick GMC. Nobody treats you better than Byford.